Welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the North Texas Mean Green. Taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the Tulsa Golden Hurricane offense takes the field and they'll go on the attack first. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Tulsa wasting no time.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Alford. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Allen. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. 11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. It's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tulsa.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the North Texas Mean Green sends out the offense, and they'll go on the attack for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. North Texas will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Alford. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, that's a good decision, I think, to go for it on 4th down because you're in the middle of the field. Even if you don't get it, your defense isn't in an awful position running back on, but they're able to get the 4th to keep the drive alive. Let's see what they do next.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I know that one falls ball's incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Snap from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
There he goes. Turning on the Jets. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Smashes through the tackle. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Defense in press coverage. Hauls it in. Touchdown, North Texas. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. It's Alford. Got his man on the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
It's complete. He's in open space downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
and they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks one deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. North Texas in the hurry up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Mean Green trying to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Alford. That's caught, it's Allen. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Pass to 45. It's a seam wide open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Inside the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Tulsa now has it in the red zone. Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and 10 for the offense. Dropping back, it's Alford. Trying to set up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead down a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin.
let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 7 over UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Non-name receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Short gain on the play before he slides. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Tulsa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. He'll return it from around the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion. decision for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Alford. They've got the screen set up. It's a running room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulsa. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5?
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. North Texas in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Power football with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Trying play action. Working that left side now. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, out of space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Dropping back, it's Alford. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They just keep firing. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. Out of the shotgun on third down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And here comes the field goal unit.
Number 81 on the field goal.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught over the middle. It's Young. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that.
He's looking deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Ripping through the defense. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the run. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. North Texas in the hurry up. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was...
There he goes! He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Tulsa will come to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, I was thinking it was fourth down territory. Does that change your mind, Reese?
Not at all. I mean, you give this defense credit for coming up with the stop, but if you want to be aggressive and get the 6, stick to your guns, run the play. Trying to power it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. The Mean Green, with awful field position, will try to find some room to operate on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Godfrey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. can be aggressive if they choose here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Catch in the middle, it's Young. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Young. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. This time on target. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. Got room at the 35. He'll work his way down to the 28. Now they're up against the clock. Just about a minute to go. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing.
Throws toward the end zone. Got it. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the own?
Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment.